Well, we're here on Sunday morning in Belfast again to join thousands of families who come along on the Time for Truth march. This is the second march where all these families have had to come in common cause. They've come to join together to say that it's time for truth. These families have been denied access to justice time and time again. These families have been denied the truth about what happened to their loved ones. So what they're asking for today is very, very simple. They're asking for the implementation of the Stormont House Agreement. What they're asking for is access to justice. What they're asking for is very, very, very reasonable. So I am proud to march with these families today. I am proud to stand alongside them. It is not good enough, it is not tolerable that these families have been denied access to justice. Some of the families, in particular here today, the Murphy families who went through a harrowing court case to have the truth exposed about what happened to their loved ones on the streets of Belfast. So I am proud to be here with them today. I am proud to stand with them today, and what we now need to see is delivery.
There's great crowds here today to support all of the families who are still awaiting truth and justice. All of those families who are still awaiting inquests, still awaiting proper Article 2 compliant investigations. It's great to see all the people who have come out to support the families, and we need to continue to show our support and solidarity for all of these families. But also it's quite sad to see the number of pictures that are here of people who are still awaiting the truth about what happened to their loved ones and how they died. So I would call again on the British government to put in place the Stormont House mechanisms. These families deserve the truth, they deserve their inquests, they deserve their investigations, and they deserve not to have to go into the courts begging for this.
It's a very moving and emotional day today. There are thousands of people who have marched into the city centre here at City Hall from North Belfast at McGurk's Bar, from West Belfast at Divis, and from South Belfast, and it's majority made up of families and loved ones of those who have lost people in the conflict, and we are all here for one message. It's under the banner of Time for Truth, and I can't think of anything more appropriate, because families are here demanding that the British government sit up and listen, that everyone, and that's important, everyone deserves truth, deserves justice and deserves accountability, and it's time that the prevarication and the delay from the British government ends and that they finally deliver for those who have suffered the most. And I'm glad to be here in solidarity with them and to walk with them in such a great turnout today.
I have to say today has been a very emotional day. Thousands of people took to the streets of Belfast, came from all over to march here and to show their solidarity with the families. A number of the family members all spoke from the platform here today, and you couldn't be anything else but obviously feeling very emotional for them. They have been standing for justice and for rights for many, many years, and they've told us here today that they'll continue to do that for years to come if the British government do not listen to them. Sinn Féin will stand with these families for whatever length of time it takes for them is to get justice for their loved ones. That's our commitment to them.
Today has been a hugely emotional day as we heard family after family come together in solidarity with each other, standing up and asking for truth in relation to what has happened to their family members over the past decades. As I say, thousands of people have stood with those families, and we'll continue to stand with those families until they get their three simple demands. The demand for truth is something that people should not have to fight for. But until we get that, we in Sinn Féin will stand with each and every family that spoke today, hugely emotionally, in a plea to the British government to implement Stormont House and give their families truth and justice once and for all.